Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and today I'm coming on here because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make the cover for this journal. Now the idea is in my head. Hope I can get it out on these hands, okay? I'm hoping everybody's having a good day. Now I've got a piece of burlap, hessian, whatever it will be called. Now it's a creamy colour, so it's really nice. The idea is because I want it to be, because it's to do with, my journal's supposed to be nature, but I did put a windmill in there, but you know what, that's part of nature, it's going to pump the water. And anything else is not quite naturey, well, there you go. So all I did was just cut this out now to fit the journal, right? By just wrapping it around, because that's a good idea. You need to wrap it round and see what length that you've got. Now, because this is a bit, because the pages, I've got all this lace so it comes out, I'm thinking I might want to put the page on here so it comes a tiny bit, the cover I should say. So my cover should be straight because I've got the threads pulled in it to make it straight, you know, and then I'm going to take more off it if I need to. I'm going to put that out about that far. I'm going to cover it with this bit over the edge because I want that to come across in front of the lace. So up here I will put a piece of lace as well. So what I'm going to do, I hope I can do this by, is I'm going to put glue on the page first, the back, okay? And after I've put this bit on, then I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do to put on it, okay? So we're just going to have to go a bit at a time. Now I'm going to use the glue, not the glue stick, because it won't hold onto the, I don't think the glue stick will hold onto this very good. So I'm going to put the glue on here, and because I'm only going to do this like a bit at a time, like you can't do the whole. I'll do this part, then I'll do the back as I'm turning it over. Make sure you've got plenty around the outside edge. And I've got the fan on, and I'm sorry, but I have to have the fan on because otherwise I couldn't be in here, because it's warm here in Australia today. We can't say it's hot yet. You've got to wait till it gets 40 degrees before you say it's hot. Today I think it's only going to be 20 something, like 28 or something, I don't know. Yesterday was 32. It was quite warm. I went out to do a few things up the street, and had to go and do a bit. There's an awful lot of people up there. This lady I meet up with, I meet her in Woolworths a fair bit doing the shopping, see, and we've come to talk to one another and everything. And yesterday I said to her, I think I liked it better when we were all scared of one another. There wasn't so many people around then. We should be right though, hopefully. There's nothing in the town yet, but you never know, somebody could bring it here. Anyway, now, they did have one case, but it's all better. Right, now if I bring this down here, might be easier. Hang on. If I hadn't moved anything, I should be right if I haven't moved it. I'm using these, the lines in the fabric to try and get it level. If you're putting something on there that doesn't have lines in your fabric, well, you know, just do your best. Do your best to make it level. Okay. Righto. Now I can press that down, although I'm not real keen on the top bit. I meant it'll be straighter than that. Now I did make it a tiny bit bigger all over because I wanted to be able to nick a bit off, which you can do that. Because you can put some on. I've showed you that before, how to add bits. But if you need to, I'll make sure this is sticking down properly. Doesn't seem to be gluing to that. I hope the fan's not drying the glue before it's sticking to the thing. I might have put more glue back down this way a bit. Not getting much coming out here at a time, am I? Come on. Maybe it's got something plugged up in the hole of it while it's not working properly. Anyway, so there's a lot to go yet on the cover, because what I decided to do, I'm hoping is going to work, and there'll be a bit more to do. Righto. Now, I'm going to turn this over here while it's folded over. Then I need to open it out, flatten it down a bit. But you don't have to use the same thing as what I'm using. You can put on whatever you like. I like to do something that's reasonably sturdy for the covers. I like to have the covers, well, all the books got to be sturdy, but I do like the cover. I've got two hands now trying to squeeze this glue out because it's just not going fast enough for me, because I feel like it's going to dry before I get there. Come on. Doing this bit at a time makes it a lot easier. I hope I'm not making it look too hard. Come on, more glue, more glue, more glue. Now we're going to check under this bit here to make sure that this is straight-ish. What have I got here? There's a bit coming down the bottom. Got that much down the bottom of that page. Not really. Can't really move that now, can I? Yes, I can. Pull the fabric up a bit further there. I'm going to be probably cutting a bit of that off anyway, so. The bottom bit there I like, that's good. It's going fine on there. Top bit. It's not bad. I'll just peel that bit off the top. That looks all right too, doesn't it? There we go. Look, that's good. And there's the top, and then the front. I've come over a fair bit on the front, haven't I? I must have covered the back first, did I? And this is what I had all that left over on the front. But I can trim this. Oh dear. Whoops. Maybe you better just leave that, Sonya. It might be a tiny bit skew with though. It'll be right. I'll just put a piece. I'm going to cut some of this off and put a piece of lace on that. I thought that was what I was going to do with the back as well. See, I'm going to put a piece of lace on the inside of that. So how much of this do? I just cut off what I think. This will be about here. It's good if you can use something like this, because you can use the threads as your guide, your cutting guide. And that might be a tiny bit skew with, because I think I've pulled that a bit too tight somewhere, but it still sits okay. Let me see. Still sits okay. This top bit here goes up a bit. You know what? This is how it's made, because it's handmade. So this is what happens, and this is what you got. You get what you do something by hand. But it's not this. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing, I don't think. So on that part, I'm going to put this piece of lace here. I'll get it off this piece of cardboard. I spent hours wrapping this stuff around cardboard, and now I don't like it on there at all. Righto. If we put this down here, it will come to the outside edge. And that's not straight enough for me. What have I got here? Can I fix this? Can I fix this? It's going to be a little bit crooked, part of it. Yeah, it's a bit here. Pull that off. Cut it back again, a bit more. Righto. Now, maybe I need something a bit thicker than this one to put, a bit thicker lace. Maybe I need a bit of this one. Where's the end? A bit of this lace, and I could put it both sides, couldn't I? If I needed to, right? If I need to. It's not wide enough. Might just trim these tiny bit here without pulling any more pieces out. There we go. Don't pull any more threads out of it, Sonya. Okay. Very good, like that. I don't know if I'm going to cut any off that. It's really stuck down good, so I just didn't want to mess with that. Do not want to mess with it. I'm going to put this up here, this piece. Make sure I don't get anything on no business sticking to it. Am I still in the shot? Oh, good. I do hope so. Come on. Oh, come on, get me out of there. Should have started out by sticking a needle in this pot to get it to come through, shouldn't I? You want to go over just a tiny bit on that bit of yellow, so it just covers the whole thing in there. And nip this bit off here, tiny bit, just the tiniest bit. Get that bit there. Right. And then put this piece on the outside. I don't know if it has a knot in it. And then I can do the other side the same, the back, the back of it the same. Now, and that looks good, doesn't it? Righto. I want to do this first because what I'm putting on here has got to fit. I know that's a weird thing to say because it'll fit, but I need to make the rest of the stuff that goes on it. Don't I? So I have nothing ready, nothing prepared, but I think I know what I want to do. Whether it's going to work or not's another thing. You just got to see what happens when you get there. But then I'll have this much done, and I can change it to something else if I feel I need to, if I don't want to do what that is. What it is. What it is. Righto. Now that's good. Like that. Okay. Now this is really going to stay open too. It's not going to be something that's going to close flat. It just doesn't happen with me. And it doesn't matter to me if the cover's not quite that far over because it's got all that pretty lace anyway on there, isn't it? Hasn't it, I should say. Now I don't know whether I want to cut this off. I don't think I do. I don't think I want to trim that there anymore because I know it's a little bit skew with, but it's a handmade thing, and you know what, it's not perfect. I mean, probably a bit better than some of the things that you can buy. So, I know that. I mean, you can pull a thread on a lot of them, on a lot of clothing, and it'll just fall. The thread will just come straight out and unravel, won't it? I'm not if you buy really expensive stuff, I suppose it wouldn't, but I'm probably in the middle of the range of stuff that I get. Although I did spend nearly $100 on a dress the other day. We have to have clothes. We do have to have clothes, and I did not have anything for the summer. One of them only cost me $30, so it just depends, doesn't it? What you do and what you want. They were really good bargains, and I had actually got in because our town's only small. We don't get allocated the shops don't get a lot of stock of the, you know, they just give them a couple of each thing, I think, and not like the cities, they get a lot of more of the stock, and so I got in before everybody else, I suppose, for the summertime and bought mine first. Oh well, it is summertime here now, but well, it will be soon, and I'm going to need them. because I do go out a bit and I don't want to be too hot. I can go up the street and get shade a fair bit of the way. At the most it takes me about 15 minutes, if that's the longest time it would take me. But the way I go, the big trees in the road, shading the road halfway. Well, the road's really, really wide that I'm talking about, and it goes a fair way towards the town and goes right up to the town. So on that, I'm really in the shade most of the way. And I have an umbrella anyway if I need to. Can't wear a hat because it feels like it hangs down my eyes, and I feel like I can't see what. If I turn my head, I feel like I can't see the outside part. But anyway, so this is not coming over as far as I would have liked to at the front of it. I'll try not to be disappointed. The back worked out really good, didn't it? Look at that. It's amazing. The front, on the other hand, I could have had it coming out here somewhere, but I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave it because if I go mucking around with it, it'll ruin it, won't it? I could add some on, but that's going to be a little bit tricky. Oh dear, look at this. Put that under there, Sonya, so it stays down. Righto. And this thing here keeps curling up on me. That's a shame. Hold on to it. Right, now, so the back I think I'm going to leave like this. That's my thoughts on the back. But the front of it, I'm going to do in patches, I think. Patches of what, you say? I don't know the answer to that yet either. See how this is made. This is cool. This is cool. Right. Wow. Oh my goodness me, don't tell me I've already got it made. What do you think about that, if I put that on there? Or something like it. It's got nothing to do with nature though, has it? Wow. I could actually, maybe not, but I could probably make the cover so it come over there. Well, this is the sort of idea I wanted for the cover, okay? And I cut this in half before because I wanted to, I just wanted to because I was going to put it on a thin journal. But I think I'm going to do this sort of thing that I'm going to put on here, except I'm going to incorporate other things into the page that go along with it. So that's what I mean by that I want to put patches on it. I want different sorts of things, as like not a collage, but you know, this slow stitching thing is awesome, isn't it? I think it needs something, you know, a bit substantial on the front as well as the inside. I just don't want to stick something plain on there. Now, well, what do we do next? We need some pieces of fabric, pieces of lace, pieces of this and that and the other, and we can just put a, maybe I'll just do a collage of stuff on it. Don't know, of fabric. I do like that. I do like the way that looks, that piece. This is just going to be a little bit of trial and error. So let's open this up to its centerpiece. There that is, and lay it down like so. And there's a piece of stick or something going through here. But that's what happens when they rolling it up. A bit of stick and that comes. It's part of the natural thing. So I'm going to leave it there, eh? Stop fiddling with it, so you leave it alone. And there's a piece there, going across in that. There's a few knots in it, and that's fine. Righto, let's work out what we're going to put on the front. Will we do squares or won't we? This is a thing that, you know, it comes to me as I go, right? You just understand that, don't you? This is how I work. I might put the envelope thing up there. Good idea. Hubby's mowing. Sorry about that. He'll be gone in a minute. He'll be finished in a second. It doesn't take long. He mows probably every second day or something. He's a busy man with a mower. He likes to keep his yard looking nice and nice and nice. He hasn't done this for years because there was no water about, and he was very disheartened about the water. So he's started now looking into that, doing that. Where's my packet of my box of? We're just looking for my box of good fabric I bought the other day. It's just down here. It's not that far away from me because we might use some pieces out of that. Did we have any bits with a bird on it or anything? Butterflies, fairies, butterflies. Okay, flowers. I'm just hanging down. I'm just here. Nobody panic. I'm not gone. I have not gone very far at all. I'm just in the box. I'm actually in the box, but I'm quite close to it. Okay. So what do I want on this? Oh, these are all too nice. I can't think of which one to put on. They're all too nice, aren't they? To put on. Alright, one thing I'm going to go... One stage I'm going with one thing and the next thing I'm going with something else, and... You can understand my dilemma, can't you? There's too much good stuff there. It's my dilemma. Okay. And I do have ones with birds on. And I do have that one there. Right. Okay. Rightio. Right. I need to put that in the bin. That wouldn't be good. Birds. And butterflies. And bugs. And beaut pieces of fabric. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Where are we going with this? We're going somewhere. Rightio. Now. On here. Here's a piece of this. Let me see what we've got here on the end. Got a rabbit and a frog and a bird's nest. Oh, I do love the bird's nest. I do love the bird's nest. Look at the bird's nest. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I do not want to chop the frog's head off, but I'm going to have to get a bit of this fabric here and look into it. You know, we've got to look at that and see what happens. Righto. I don't want to tear that rabbit's ears off. Let's do that a bit further to there. So I've got that bit. I'm just looking at my time. I've still got a few minutes to go. Got to pick something off that. And I think I'll go with something off this. Which piece of this will we have? Don't know whether that or this one here. There's a butterfly and the dragonflies, and there's also this one here with the dragonflies. I'm going to tear a piece of this somewhere here, maybe. There. Right. Seems criminal, doesn't it? Got it. Oh dear. It just seems just. Oh dear. Right, yeah, it lives around the corner. I do have to use my things. I cannot just keep keeping it, can I? I just cannot keep keeping it. It's just not good. It's not a good idea. Okay. I don't know. Well, look, we're going to try this, and if it's not going to work, we're going to have to step back and try again, aren't we? I need a piece of this that I can see myself doing something with. Which bit? We'll go here. We'll have this bit up here, eh? This butterfly on it. I don't know. Actually, I've got to fix this book, don't I? There's a page in there's got to go. It's got to go. I didn't like it myself. And then somebody mentioned something about it, and she said, and she was honest to me, and I agreed with her completely, because when I looked at it myself, I didn't think that, you know how you do? You look at something, you go, oh no, that's not right, and it isn't. And it is so nice that she was honest. She wasn't being mean or anything, she just said it just did not go, and it doesn't. It does not go with the rest of it. And I'm really pleased that she said that to me, because I'm taking it off anyway. And to be honest with you, it was going. It was going as soon as I watched that video, that book. I knew that book wasn't right. I don't know if I can do with anything with this piece. It's very busy. It's got some really nice little birds on. But then again, I can use flowers as well as... That looks good, that one there, doesn't he? You do know that I don't know what I'm doing, don't you? Okay? As long as you understand that we can all start with. Just get something, stick it together. See what happens. Okay? That's all you have to do. Is get something and stick it together and see what happens. Some people have said they've lost their mojo, and that is really sad, because I know what that's like. Myself, I'm going to get a mouthful of water. I've got 18 minutes to make some sort of an impression on this piece of cover. Okay? To give you an idea what I'd like to do with it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, well, I don't know if I'm sure about this, but we're going to have to try something, aren't we? We can't just sit here and just wait for something to happen. I don't think it's going to need me to make it happen. Okay, now I do love the bird nest. I love the frog. I love this little bloke here. Isn't he cool? He really is. But I am quite partial to these little people here, these little bits. Quite partial to this little fella here, maybe. The bird. Little bloke here, the rabbit. The bird in his nest. It takes up a fair bit of space, doesn't it? I need at least 5 bits. I need at least 5 pieces. I do. Okay. Righto, here we go. I'm tearing this down here. Go all the way down there. Right. Now, this bit here is a good size, but I just want this to go on it. So this is what we're doing, people. So nobody panic. I've got to get it all to go together. That'll be my issue for a little while, till I do get it all going together. So this is going to go onto there. Too wide. I need it to be a bit thinner. I think I'll take off this part instead of the little acorn. I want to leave the little acorn on there. Well, put it this way, if this doesn't work out for this piece, this book, it might work for the next one. Oh no, it won't. I don't know. Okay, so I'll frill it back a bit. I'll put this on here like so, and I'll cut round here. That's not a selvage, is it? It looks like it could be. This bit here is not. Righto. So I've got this, and I'm going to put it on here. And I cut that down here, so I've got enough, a little bit of a fray. I don't know if I can tear it. Oh yes, it tears really good. I don't know what sort of, this must be some sort of a canvas thing, this piece. Okay, and then we'll tear it up this way. Cut it a fair way first, but sometimes you can't tear it if you don't cut it a fair way first. Hope I'm still in the shot here. Righto. Now, this I envision will be going on here, and they will do patches, right? I hope, right? So this one I'm going to, well, I'll probably sew this one first now, just to get it started, and then do another one, like cut out another one. Now I don't know if I want to pad it up or not. Probably I could, but you know, like the quirky quilting that I did. But I think I might just do more like a slow stitching on it. In the colour of I think I like the green. I like the green colour. Where's my box? It's in. Here we go. A few colours out here. Oops. Whoops. I'm going to put green around it. Could put pink. Now I'm going to put the pink on it. Won't that look pretty? And I've got a really lot of thread there, so I'm only going to go for 3. I'm only going to do 3 threads. Okay. So I'm just going to hopefully only works for 1. What do I do that for? I don't know. Only ever works when I do with 1 out. Should pull out 1 at a time, Sonya. I'll try and do that. Come over here with me a bit. Okay. You can get some of the fan too now. Ah dear. Hubby's got to put air conditioning in for our daughter. He's going to put it in for me. I imagine she'll pick the hottest day. She won't actually pick it on purpose, but it hasn't arrived yet, and I suppose it'll arrive on the hottest day. But he's the one that put it in for me is on there's a tiny, weeny little veranda out the front, so he should be right there. And he's putting that in, but I don't know about where Peggy's is. Peggy's is at the front of her house. I haven't been to Peggy's house because I can't get there in my scooter. And I just haven't been there. I've seen the outside. If I go in there, I'll just start telling her what to do. You shouldn't have this there, and maybe you should put that over there. I just can't help myself. And I'm not going to tell the youngest one, because she wouldn't. I'd be put outside. But Peggy, poor Peggy, I might start telling her, and she'd probably put me outside too. Anyway, I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. Now, wouldn't this be neat if that was actually going to be a pocket? And that's something's going to have to go here, isn't it? Don't you reckon? Something's going to have to go there. Okay. So I might just do some stitching and put it together, hey? I won't be worrying about the pocket on this part, because this is going to be right up the top. We'll see whatever happens. Did I put a knot in that? Yes, I did. So now I'm going to stitch around here. Hopefully it won't take me too long to make this. This is very, it's a little bit tougher, this fabric. Now, you don't have to do this perfect, okay? Just go in and out. Because the reason I'm doing this is because I didn't want it covered with one particular thing, you know, and it just wasn't what I was looking for on it. I want something, I don't know, something different on the cover. I don't know if I've done this sort of thing before. I can't remember, you know. I can't help that. I remember when I did all these little clay squares once, and I put them on a tin, on the top of the tin, you know, by like little tiles. And that's what the sort of idea was that I wanted to do this with. The only thing is, this is an awful big piece of tile, isn't it? It doesn't matter if it's pulled up a little bit, because that gives it more interest, doesn't it? A little bit of gather. And got to find something to put there in that spare space. I'll find it. I really will. Nobody panic about that. I will definitely find it. But you could glue this on if you wanted to, but the idea, my idea was to sew it so it has stitching on it, but not a lot. It's lots of bits of stitching, but we don't want to go too far. But then again, you never know what I might do by the time I've finished it. Because now I'm sitting there thinking, oh, beads. Probably should put some beads on. Yes. Flowers. Round things. There'll be things to go on it, won't there? Okay. Very nice. I like that. I do like that. Now I'm thinking that definitely needs something there, doesn't it? Definitely does. I'm just thinking about something that I was making one time. These things, maybe I could make these, oops, fluffy or something and put something. Maybe I could do something like that with them. I don't know. Something. Oh, this might look good. If I put the little heart on it, I could hang a little heart there next to him. That's scrumptious, isn't it? I do like that. That's really pretty. I don't think it opens though, does it? It's got a hinge. Let me have a look. Yep, it does. Well, that makes it even better still, doesn't it? Okay, so I might sew that on there in a minute. Let's do the next square. See if we can do a few more that'll look good together and see what happens, eh? Just put some back stitches in that. Now, I've got a great big knot there and I want to do something with that. I'm going to have to get rid of the great big knot. Come on. Righto, come on, get off there. Really? Because it'll make a lump. Nobody wants a lump. Righto. Here we go. Now. So I've done that one. Right. Now he can go somewhere. We can put him on somewhere. Now I need some, I don't know whether it would be 2 or 1 long ones. Longer sort of ones. No, that went too far in the wrong direction, that did. The butterflies. These butterflies is nice. These butterflies are nice. I'll cut this off here. And, because instead of sewing them, you could glue it if you wanted to. This is a bit different from the other one. They could go on here, on the yellow. Right. Do I need it to be that long though? Because I said I only wanted 5, didn't I? They're going to come over the edge. Yeah. I might just take a tiny bit off of here, maybe. No, leave it there, Sonya. Just leave it there. You can get wild and cut it later if you need to. You can go hard and go home, or whatever they say. Just do it. How hard will go home. Deary me. Have I got this going? Oh, good. I didn't know if I did or not. That front door, I suppose the wind goes through the house. This is a breeze, it goes through the house. And if the door wasn't quietly closed, it'll slam. I thought Jeremy would have had it shut though. And then we have a cat that insists on running up it. I bought him a new scratching post yesterday. Do you think he'll go near it? No way. There was one there for $49 and I thought, well, I'm not buying that because he's too big, he wouldn't be able to. It was all like a little tiny thing on it. He wouldn't fit in it anyway, and it was more or less for kittens, I suppose. So I just bought him the post, and there's a ball on it, on a spring. He won't go near it. He's been what's the name? Noxious, I suppose. Hard to get on with. I'll have a bit of this yellow on this one. I know it is yellow, but I'm going to... Oh, it's all purple. Oh, look, I've got a bit of purple there. Let's have a bit of purple. A bit of purpley colour. Here, we got some. I just did that on that one, Sonya. Really. Excuse me. I think I'll do it anyway on here. They may not be anywhere together. And just put in and out and in and out until you get around the outside of this. And then you've got a great big father knot behind that too now. But I can fix that. Now, this will be... Well, what am I doing tomorrow? I think I'm going up the street with hubby because he's going to go and get his hair cut. And hasn't had it cut for a long time, and it is long. Probably nearly as long as mine now. So he wants to go and get it cut, and he hopes that they're not going to wreck it. I'm sure she'll be right. She might be able to do a good job for him, I hope, because he doesn't like going to the... his hair done. He used to always shave it off, and I don't like that either. Oh, well, he still had a tiny bit left, but it still didn't look good. I don't know why men do this. They just shave all their hair off. It's best to have it, keep your head cool or warm, whatever the case may be. Just because he's missing a bit on top, I don't think you have to take it all off. My brother takes all his off because he's missing some on top. Years ago, everybody had the comb over thing. Don't think that's the thing these days. They don't want to comb their hair over the bald spot, the patches. I hope I've got enough cotton to get up here. I really do. There's got to be something really good that I can put on these squares to give them a really good lift along, you know, to give me a just what I need for the, you know, the theme of the garden, you know, nature thingy. Well, a nature journal's got to have a little field mouse in and a butterfly, doesn't it, really? And things like that. I know I've got more bird pictures on fabric, so I'm going to have another look for a bird. But it doesn't matter if I can't find one, because this is going to be filled up in a minute. Oh, come on. A big knot again. I do this every time, make these big father knots. I have to learn to do it the right way. Come on. But once you learn something for years, and I have been, making these big furry knots on you, once you do it for... So my friend Michelle went to start up Cairns today. I think she was going today. She was going to help up there. They wouldn't let me help. And I thought about that. I thought that's not quite right, is it? They should let me help. Because I can't get around very good. No use to her. I don't think she'd like me. But I might not be any good at it. So I think I could do it, but I just don't. I might not like how she is. We might clash, I think. I'm a bit, have a tendency to take over sometimes, but well, I have done that sort of thing before, see? When you've been organising people before, you start to, I haven't done it for a long time, but you sort of feel like you're good at it. We all do, I suppose. Feel like we're good at it if we've done it once. And, poor, I don't think she's got the control that she needs to do that, but anyway, it's none of my business. Michelle will be right, she can handle it. Okay, whoops, come back here. I've honestly refrained from going to different groups because thought I might take over. Yeah. Ah, well. Oh, look at this. This is really cool, isn't it? Now, how do you think this is going to look when I'm finished? What do you reckon? I got 1 minute and 20-something seconds to go, so I might go now, but this is what we're going to do, okay? This is going to be the cover of the journal. And even if I do feel like I need to bring it out a bit, I can put another piece of lace or something behind there if I'm going to have to do that. But I'll get... I think I'll use these colours. I've got different butterfly. Oh no, we'll come back here. I've got no, I don't think I'll put the butterfly on. I'm going to find. I'll cut out one of these dragonflies, so he can go. Or maybe I'll just have to use a few on a small piece or something like that. I could just get a section of them out of there, and see what they're going to look like, and I'll go and find the other bird things. And I've got cotton here tangled up with everything. Oops. I don't think I'll take it round to the back. I don't think they need to go round to the back. I think it just needs to be on the front. What do you reckon? The back, I can put a I might put the lace up the spine here. I might do that. Put some lace on the spine of it, and that way that'll look nice. And then I can have this under here like that. This is too big, I think. I think it's way too big. But then I need to have I've got to have a piece there, and a piece there, and a piece there. So that'll be the 5 pieces, won't it? Alright, I better go now, so I'll talk to you later. Everybody stay safe, and thank you to all my subscribers, and to Emily for my really nice prize that she sent me. And I really want to thank everybody for being there. Julie and Judy, I know I say good day to you. How are you? You're over in America. And everybody, I'd like to say hello personally, but I don't think that's possible. So anyway, I'll have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.